Hi, welcome to Role Model Arcade. Did you know that you can connect two of our machines together to allow for 4 players? Doesn't matter which size machine it is, it can be one of our Bartops or one of our much bigger machines. It can even be a combination of two. You can connect them together for 4-player. And all we need to do that is these two things here. So, when I say it allows for 4-player, what do I mean? Well, these two here have been connected together. If I select one of our 4-player games, so we'll go for Turtles, it'll load up, and basically what it will allow me to do is have player 1 here, player 2 here, player 3 and player 4. Our screens end up just duplicating each other. And as you can see, there we go, player 1, player 2, player 3 and player 4. And obviously this will work for any 4-player games. I think you talked about Mario Kart. That's on there as well, and that will work. So essentially now you've got your 4-player game set up, ready to play. So if I do this, all my players, you can see I'll put these two at the top, all these players down here. There's another one, there's another one. Nice and easy, okay? So let's take a look at the back of the machines and how to set them up ready. So your Space Invaders machine will always be your master machine, which will be your player 1 and 2. Your Pac-Man will always be your player 3 and 4. Now if you open the back cupboard on your Space Invaders, you'll see you've got a bundle of wires here that are just attached to the back here. They're the cables that you need to set up as player 3 and 4 under the machine. When you receive them as standard, they'll be set up to use separately as standalone machines. So if I just get this Velcro off and I pop this bundle of cables out. So these cables, you don't need to do anything with them on this Space Invaders machine at all. All we do, thread them through our hole here in the door, and these will go across to our other machine. Now if you want to, you can thread them through the hole in the door there, or you might find it easier just to actually put them in here and just close the door over like that. So in terms of connecting them up, there's only 2 connections to do on this side. The first one is nice and easy. You've got a USB cable that pops in that box at the top. Then you've got HDMI, which will actually replace the cable that goes into the monitor already. Because the cable that goes into the monitor right now runs off its own box, but we want it to run off this machine. So we pop that HDMI cable out in the monitor and swap it with that one. So nice and easy. So now that machine will display on both cabinets. The only other thing we need to do, and the very last thing, is you'll find on our pink box inside, you've got a big harness with loads of multicolored wires coming off it. And all we do is we unplug that, and then we plug it into this black box here that we just plugged the USB cable into. Now, it will only plug one way, and if you look at the connector, there's a notch on one side. Now, that notch needs to be facing us. And then if you look underneath here, it just plugs in there. Now, that is completely ready to play as player 1 and 2, player 3 and 4. Now, when you want to turn it back so that they're 2 standalone cabinets, so it's exactly the same but in reverse. Now, obviously, this can be done with any of the 4-player games on the machine, which there are quite a number of them. And it's as simple as connecting up our 2 items here that we have. We've got a HDMI splitter, and then we've got our adapter that allows us to use our controls from our second machine onto our first. And all it does is it sends a USB cable across the boxes. So, nice and easy. If you do want more details on how to do this, or you do want to order it with 2 machines, feel free to send us a message.